Happy Saturday, everyone. Russ McCann coming to you live. How are ya? I don't know what's going on. I'm still hearing music, but I don't think you can hear music, so I don't know, maybe it's just me. Anyway, hope you're having an amazing Saturday. Today is day number 12 in 30 Days Live with Russ McCann. And if you are joining me live, hey, I'm hearing an echo of myself. Hang on just a second. Let me see if I can figure that out. All right, well, I'm just going to turn this down so I don't hear myself. How's that? That'll fix that. So, hey, everyone, just again, happy Saturday. Super excited about that. And you know what? If you're with me live today, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to drop in the comments just a hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. It is Saturday evening, right at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're on the East Coast, it's 8 o'clock. You know what? Saturday evening, 8 o'clock, I can't think of a better thing to do than be here hanging out with me on my 30 Days Live with Russ McCann. Day number 12. We're not just on Facebook. We're actually broadcasting over on YouTube as well. And so if you're with me live, please feel free to drop in some comments. Always love that. So let's see. Yesterday on day number 11 on the 30 Days Live with Russ McCann, you actually got Russ and Denise McCann. That was a real special treat. Denise doesn't join me on these live broadcasts very often, and she did her hair and came on, and we actually spent almost an hour on live just talking about a variety of different things, a little bit about the kids and grandkids, Christmas decorations and all that. So if you didn't check out my live from yesterday, feel free to do that. I think it's still over on my timeline. You can also find it in the YouTube channel by going to youtube.com/@RussMcCann. You can find me over there as well. And I've actually got a whole library of all 12. Well, actually, when we get done today, I'll have all 12 live broadcasts in a library over on YouTube. So that's always fun. So if you are live with me, here's kind of what's interesting about the live medium that I'm using is I can't hear you because there's no audio, but I can see your comments. And it gives me a chance to actually bring your comments on screen. Just again, happy Saturday, everyone, and really super excited about today. So it's going to be a little shorter today. I think we're coming off of 50 minutes yesterday. Hey there, Jolene, how are you? So yeah, I think we were coming off of 50 minutes of live yesterday with Denise and I. We had a great time, as we always do. And so I'm going to try to keep today a little bit shorter, but always love that. Jolene, welcome, by the way. Hello, good to see you. And thanks for your message this afternoon, by the way. I was over at Costco doing some shopping. I got this message from Jolene. She says, hey, I've got a friend of mine that's interested in learning more about the program. So Jolene, thank you so much for referring family and friends to us. It really, really means a lot. Hopefully we'll try to connect. I sent her a message and hopefully she'll reach out to me sometime today. Maybe we can connect tomorrow. So always, always, always love that. So let's see. So kind of my goal for the day is just to kind of give you an update. Denise and I went out and did a kind of a late lunch, early afternoon lunch. And we went to, for those of you that are here in Northern California, and I know Jolene is near, we live in El Dorado Hills, California. It's actually kind of a great place. I remember when we were over in the San Francisco Bay Area, we would actually drive to El Dorado Hills and go to lunch in Town Center and then turn around and go back to the Bay Area. It was just that kind of a drive. And Town Center in El Dorado Hills, it's kind of a quaint little area. There's a movie theater. There's a nugget market, very nice grocery store. There's massage shops, a beautiful franchise massage center, hair place, nail place, jewelry store, tons and tons and tons of restaurants. And but anyway, it was even a Mercedes dealership. So if you're looking for a car, right, come to El Dorado Hills. But anyway, we went to lunch. There's a restaurant we used to go to a lot called Bistro 33. And they moved to a different location, and they have actually other locations in Davis and Sacramento. And the restaurant that came into its place just reopened a couple of, I guess, maybe a month or so ago. And we're really enjoying it. It's called South Fork. And So we went there. The food is super good, super fresh. The atmosphere is great. And you know what? The service has been outstanding, very friendly. If you're just looking for a nice place to go, I would encourage you to go to South Fork and El Dorado Hills Town Center. You will not be disappointed. I believe they actually cure and make their own pastrami every day, which is really cool. Their cocktails, if you want to go and have a nice adult beverage, they make them from scratch, really, really tasty. And so just kind of put a plug in for the restaurant. It's owned by Mark Platt and his wife from Platt Restaurant Enterprises. They have many restaurants in Northern California. I think there's one in Reno, one in Denver. Anyway, there's a Sienna Restaurant Group. There's Land Ocean and now South Fork. So put a big plug in for you, Mark. Really, really love what they do. So anyway, we had a nice lunch. And then we had to make a run to Costco. Little Buster needed some dog food, so we went over to Costco and actually did a little Christmas shopping. So we're not going to tell the kids what we got them, but anyway, it's a top secret, as you know. And but anyway, we went over there and did a little shopping and got Buster some dog food. And I thought, I haven't yet done my live yet, so I committed back on the 1st of November to do a live broadcast every day for 30 days. And, I thought, man, this could be really difficult coming up with a topic every day for 30 days. And so far, I have not yet run out of anything to talk about. So anyway, as I mentioned, if you're with me live, feel free to drop in the comments. It's always fun to interact. And if you have any questions or something to add to what it is I'm saying, please feel free to jump in. So today in my broadcast, I want to talk a little bit about, this is really kind of the time of the year that actually I went through my health journey. I lost 85 pounds in 19 weeks. I started right around the 1st of August, and by the time Christmas rolled around of that same year, back in 2007, I was down 85 pounds. And that decision to really focus and take a season for me and to focus on health was the best decision I ever made. Wasn't easy. There was the holidays and Thanksgiving and people were inviting us to parties and things like that. And I had to make a real clear choice. It was either going to be me or just give in to the temptations like I'd always done before. And then nothing changes. What do they say? If nothing changes, nothing, if you really want change, then you've got to change. So anyway, and I had always kind of done what everybody else did. And that is, over the holidays, just do whatever I want. And then come January, I was miserable. I didn't feel good. I didn't fit into any of my clothes. I hated going into the new year because I had just, really, quite frankly, hadn't taken very good care of myself. So if you're kind of in that season where you go, you know what, I think I can make a really good run at it. Let's say you're eating 3 meals a day right now, and 3 meals a day times the number of days left. That's a lot of meals that if you eat healthy, you can make some real progress towards your health goals. Now, remember, Thanksgiving is one day, and there's always turkey and veggies that you can eat. And I always advocate kind of lean and green. It doesn't mean you're not going to have a bite or two of pie or, that great, stuffing that mom makes. It just doesn't mean you need to have a whole portion of that. And then come Christmas, kind of the same thing. I know the tradition in our house is prime rib and a nice big salad. And certainly we have baked potatoes and things like that. But when I'm really focused on what it is I want, which is to be healthy, I just skip the potatoes, So there's a technique, just so you know, I've been coaching for over 15 years now. Once I started getting myself healthy, everybody wanted to know what my secret was. Quite frankly, it wasn't really that much of a secret. It was just making sure that I was eating right first and learning what that was, drinking more water and getting a good night's rest. Let my body do what it naturally does. And so part of what we do in our coaching system, we have lots of resources to help our clients focus on changing their lifestyle and patterns, right? And to create new habits to, kind of replace the bad habits. And so there's some resources that we have that we use. I don't have my Habits of Health book, but I have the Life book. This is one of the books that we use when we're coaching our clients. And they get a chance to kind of rewrite their life story. That's why it's called the Life Book. And there's educational information in here. There's journaling. You set some goals. You kind of work through a lesson plan. And I can tell you, this is what it's all about. This is the game changer. This is the part that changes up here. Because if we don't change our thoughts, then we're probably going to fall back to the pattern that we've always done, right? Which is typically overeat, feel bad about it, feel guilty, and then we try to punish ourselves by going on a diet, right? So I don't advocate dieting. I advocate healthy lifestyle choices and making small little decisions every day that move you forward. And certainly, if you're looking for a controlled meal plan, portion control with all the macronutrients, I can help you with that. But what I wanted to talk about today is this technique that's in the Life book and in the material that we work with our clients on, called Stop, Challenge, and Choose. A really powerful thought process. So, a lot of times, let's just use a holiday scenario, right? You go to somebody's house, you're going to a party, and they say, hey, we're having wine and cocktails. What would you like? And when you're really focused on your goals, you're going, oh man, I'm trying to stay on my goal. I want to stay to it, but man, I don't want to hurt their feelings if I decide not to have a glass of wine or a cocktail, right? Now, just so you know, I know what a glass of wine tastes like. I love it. I know what a cocktail, they're always kind of fun, right? So, I know what it tastes like, so it's not going to be any surprise when I have one. But when I'm focused on my health, I love this technique: stop, challenge, and choose. So stop for a couple of seconds before you make the decision to have the glass of wine and cocktail. Drink a little bit of water and just really process. So stop, challenge what it is you're wanting to create. In other words, what is your desired outcome? I want to be healthy. I want to be more active. I want to fit into my clothes. I don't want to hurt from the knee pain and all the things. So when you want that, you want to challenge yourself and say, if I have that glass of wine, I'm probably going to have two, might even lead to a third, and then I'm in trouble. I'm probably going to cave and maybe not make so many healthy choices in terms of what I eat. So right now, I'm going to challenge myself, and I'm going to say, no, thank you. I really appreciate you offering me that glass of wine. I'm going to go over and have a little sparkling water with a little wedge of lime in it. I'm really focused on my health goals right now, especially this time of the year. I want to make a good run going into 2023, but thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Can I get you anything? Right? So now you put it back on them, right? So you stop, you challenge what it is you want, and you make the choice that moves you forward. And this technique works great, whether it's a banana split, a glass of wine, whether it's, not wanting to get out and go for a walk because it's too cold outside. Stop, take a drink of water, challenge, say, look, I know it's cold outside. I've got a nice warm jacket. I'm going to put some gloves on. I'm going to put my shoes on and my warm pants, and I'm going to go for a walk. And you let that crisp air, that winter cold air, get into your lungs. And you go for a walk about a mile and a half, 2 or 3 days a week, rain or shine, cold or warm. You know what? You'll thank yourself for it. And you'll say, you know what? I love the new habit that I'm creating, because it's all about helping you create what you want. And if you give in to what others want, or you give in to peer pressure, or you give in to what you think will make them feel better, guess what? That's not serving you. That's not helping you create what it is you want. I can tell you from experience, I remember I sold food to restaurants as a living. That was my career as a vice president with a food distribution company. Part of my job was to entertain chefs. And so we'd go out to eat, especially while I was on my plan. And the chef would say, hey, man, I just made this fantastic cheesecake. And, I've got this really nice port. So let's have a little cheesecake and port together. And I would say, Mike, thank you so much. But right now, I'm really focused on my health goals. I've been following a particular meal plan. I'm going out and getting more exercise. I'm drinking more water, getting a good night's rest. And I'm already down 40 pounds. I've still got another 45 to go. And but thank you so much. Next time I come, maybe we'll share a piece of cheesecake together. And next thing you know what was happening is the discussion changed. And pretty soon Mike was going, so what is it you're doing? And I would share, hey, I'm eating every 2 to 3 hours. I'm eating 6 times a day, small, healthy portions. And it's been super easy, and it's been super great. Next thing you know, Mike says, hey, give me the information. I want to start that program, because you know what? being in the restaurant business, it's really hard to say no to food, but I've got to do something. I'm diabetic. I'm on blood pressure medication. He starts rattling off all of these things that are going on in his life. Next thing you know, they're getting healthy. And so this technique, stop, challenge, and choose, can be really, really powerful. So every time you get a temptation, every time you're challenged by your own mind to give in to what it is others want, I want you to really stop and challenge what it is you want and organize your life around the things that matter most. I have a really great resource. If you're with me live today, love for you to drop in the comments whether or not you are focused on your health goals right now and if we can serve you in any way. So I want to just share this ebook with you. It's 64 pages called the Stop, Challenge, and Choose ebook. My good friend, Dr. Wayne Anderson, who is my personal health coach, good friend. In fact, he and his wife, Lori, served as witnesses to Denise and I's wedding on the beach in Aruba. And Dr. A has been a big part of our life for the better part of 14, 15 years. He's also the author of the life book that I was holding up, the author, and he's actually a New York Times bestselling author, critical care physician, just a brilliant guy. And he just, quite frankly, says, you get to decide what you want your life to look like. But if you want to decide and create what it is you want, then you might have to be doing some things different. Let me help you. And so he created this ebook. This was actually kind of a precursor to the Life Book and the Habits of Health. And it's 64 pages, all centered around this, this ability to challenge what it is you want. So it's a free ebook, and I'm going to give it to anybody who wants it. And all you have to do is to fill out a short form. You're not going to be added to a mailing list. I'm not going to reach out to you. I'm not going to bug you or start, doing that thing. That's just not who I am. But I want you to get the ebook, and you can go to ebook.russmccann.com. So go to any web browser, ebook.russmccann.com. Put in your name, email address, and then you'll be given immediate access to download the free ebook. You don't even have to wait to get an email or anything like that. I'm not trying to do anything, but I want you, if you're taking the time to listen to my live this afternoon, to download this free ebook. Again, ebook.russmccann.com, and download it for free. Download it to your phone. That way, if you're ever in line waiting for the kids to get out of soccer practice and just wanting to read a little bit, rather than going to Netflix or watching another TikTok video, right, that isn't really helping you, you'll be able to download this ebook. And I'm just going to kind of go through a few of these pages. So, Dr. A in the very beginning is just kind of challenge you and say, stop. Are you where you want to be? And then he's got a couple of really great, interesting articles and stories, some really great graphics to help you kind of understand the concepts that he's laying out. And then he says, okay, challenge. How healthy are you really, right? So let's be very clear. Let's not, what do they say? The 11th commandment is thou shalt not fool thyself, right? So you got to be very real with where you are. And then he gives us kind of a little test that we can evaluate lots of healthy parts of our life to determine how healthy we are. And then that's kind of the challenge part, challenge where it is we want. And then he's going to just kind of break down the choosing of the life that you want. So I'm not going to bore you with going through every page in the ebook, but I would love it if you could just drop in the comments, whether you're watching this in replay or you're with me live, that you're going to commit to downloading this ebook and reading. And I think it could be very powerful for you. Whether you are one of my clients right now, maybe struggling a little bit and looking for a little extra edge to help you stay really focused on what it is you want, Dr. A and the Stop, Challenge, Choose ebook can be very helpful. If you are just kind of, looking and, you've always loved things that are healthy, you try to shop, you try to eat healthy when you go, you might even be going to the gym, right? And really doing everything you can to be healthy, but you're just struggling. Download this ebook. I think it'll help you with your mindset, and I love that, Jolene, that you'd be interested in reading. So yeah, all you have to do is go to ebook.russmccann.com, download it, and it's yours, my friend. I'm just so proud of you and some of the things that you've been able to accomplish as well with your own health goals. and want to continue to help you in any way that I can. I think this might be a really, really good resource for you. So anyway, with that, I just want to say, hey, thank you so much for hanging out with me on a Saturday evening. Man, I talked longer than I thought. We're 20 minutes in. But again, if you are with me live, maybe feel free to just drop in a comment. Visit my YouTube channel. You can go over to at Russ McCann over on YouTube. There's a complete library of all 12 of my live broadcasts that I've been doing every day for the last 12 days. And I'm going to go all the way through the 30th of November, 30 days live with Russ McCann. I always try to provide value, something focused on health, just a really, a great discussion to challenge you and to help you. That's the thing I love so much as a coach, is to help people become a better version of themselves. Kind of a positive message in a world where there's so much negativity, and really just give you some hope that says, you know what, I am going to organize my life around what matters most to me. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be going live tomorrow. I don't know when, but you can always just kind of keep an eye on my timeline over on Facebook or the YouTube channel for the notice of when I'm going to be going live. Love to have you join me each and every day if you can. And until then, have an amazing week. Certainly an amazing weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right.